eBay's feedback system is old. It's antiquated. It needs to go. It sucks. Alright, so what's the reason for this video? I told you guys that I was going to put out something different, and I'm going to put this out instead. Why? Because we got a negative feedback today. And we didn't deserve it. Like every negative feedback we've gotten, we didn't deserve it. This person claims that they bought some sealed VHS tape stuff and the hype stickers. So those stickers that they used to put on the exterior of CDs and DVDs and records and VHS that say new or hot item or whatever, they were peeled off. We put that in the pictures, just so you know, which is fine. You know, you didn't look. So instead of contacting me, I'm just going to leave a negative feedback and say something like this, and I quote, "This was a fraudulent listing." Fraudulent listing in my mind is, hey, brand new pair of Jordans. And then I send them a fake pair of Jordans, or I send them some Nike flights, or I send them a pair of Vans or something. That would be fraudulent. Sending you exactly what was pictured, although it be maybe not exactly what you thought it was, but calling it fraudulent? No. You shouldn't be allowed to do that. It's not fair, because buyers or sellers like us are honest. And we take care of our customers. So why we have 3,000 plus feedback and 100%, well, 99.9 at the moment until I contact eBay for Business and get this removed, because this is not our fault. And I've done this a lot for various reasons. And there's got to be a way to change it. I actually got a negative feedback from a customer about a product we never sent them. Serious. I got a negative feedback from a guy who bought a guitar and left me a negative feedback saying the guitar was broken. I've never sold a guitar. The only guitar I own is right behind my head. And I would never sell it because it's mine and I have sentimental attachments to it. But that should never be even allowed to happen. There should be a fail-safe, or maybe an opportunity and a waiting period. Not a waiting period, but like, you know, I go to leave negative feedback for a customer, for a buyer. And you give them a reason, and then eBay says, whoa. Contact the buyer first, and then come back and leave negative feedback if they never contact you. Something like that. That would be good. Because if this person with their sealed VHS tapes for $16 would have contacted me, I would have gladly approved a return, paid for the shipping label, and had them send it back to us for a full refund. No problem at all. Maybe you didn't catch it on the pictures, and that's fine. People make mistakes. Also, the heat probably had a lot to do with it, because there was, you know, maybe the stickers caused the VHS tapes to stick together. There's any number of reasons why this could have happened. But to call it fraudulent, it's not fair. And this is why this feedback system needs to change. It's antiquated. It's not fair for sellers. Because if somebody can leave a feedback for a product they didn't even get, wouldn't you call that broken? I've actually gotten negative feedback for a DVD player once. Brand new, sealed in a box, I don't remember the brand, DVD player. And the negative feedback read, picture quality was poor on the DVD player. Didn't care for it. How's that my fault? Sony made the DVD player. How's it my fault? But people don't understand this. People believe that this feedback system is for whatever they want it to be. And when it continues to get abused and used in this way. Now, this particular person that called our feedback or our listing fraudulent never even contacted us. So why is it used in this way? Why can't eBay implement some systems to allow it to be a proper feedback system? And it's not like it can't be done. We've done this before. We've pointed to certain things that other websites do that maybe that eBay cannot for some reason. A good example of this is MIckie. MIckie doesn't even publicize the feedback. They use it for their own internal, which is smart, because realistically speaking, if I get enough negative feedback on MIckie, I'll get suspended or maybe even banned, because maybe if enough people leave you negative feedback, they'll know. So will eBay. If enough people complain about me to eBay, eventually I will get suspended and or banned. So why continue down this road? Why make it like Yelp, where it's just a big whining area for people that didn't get exactly what they wanted? That's not fair to honest people. Just like a lot of the times, and this might be a little controversial for some of you, but Yelp is not fair to the restaurants. I know many restaurant owners that despise Yelp because Yelp hurts their business. Because you get 2 or 3 people in a group that leave 3 negative reviews of your restaurant, and next thing you know, you're losing business because of 3 people that probably didn't get exactly what they wanted, and there was probably a good reason for it too. Now granted, I understand, and we've used Yelp on several occasions where people have reported dirt or disgusting conditions and things of that nature. That's when it becomes a useful tool. When it becomes a nuisance is when people do it for things like this, where they call somebody fraudulent. That isn't being fraudulent. So maybe we change the system a little bit. Maybe we update it to kind of get, into this century. Because in the past, this system was useful. In the past, whenever people didn't have a lot of confidence from buying from strangers or buying online, this was a useful system because there was a lot of fraud and there was a lot of people sending things out and being dishonest because they could get away with it. So this system worked back then because you had a lot of distrust in buying online. Now, it's the most common way to purchase goods and services using an online platform. And people and there's certain protections in place. eBay has a buyer protection program where they will back the buyer if there is something wrong. eBay also has seller protection programs where they'll back the seller if something's wrong. So to have an area where you can leave negative remarks about a seller is kind of antiquated and doesn't need to be here anymore. Maybe go from this system to the star system, or maybe get rid of that little number and make it less public that something like this has happened. And if you do have a seller that is a problematic seller, there are ways to express that to the buyers without this number next to their name. Like we have our username, and then next to our username is the amount of sales we've had. Maybe just put top rated seller, great seller performance, awesome customer reviews, something like that. And don't leave it up to the public. There's ways to do that. Miccie's done it. Poshmark's done it. Etsy does it. A lot of people do it. And it makes more sense these days because you get a lot of this. You get a lot of people that are just not happy. And maybe are just miserable people to begin with, and they need somewhere to vent, so they do something like this. That's just my opinion. But what do you guys think? Leave some comments below. Let me know what you think. I know we've all experienced this. So how can we help? How can we change this? The number one most effective way of changing something like this is to continue to get them removed, which is what I do. It's just not our fault. It's not our fault you didn't look close and you didn't look at the pictures. We took pictures of it, even up close. So you didn't look at them all. So now it's our fault? No, it shouldn't be like this. It just shouldn't. So I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments below. What do you think? Do you think this is something that still is relevant? Do you think something like this is still the way to do things? Or do you think they can change this system to help benefit the sellers and the buyers? That might be the way to go. Let me know what you think. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this little rant, give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And if you've watched this before, you might as well subscribe because there's probably going to be more of this. So hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate that too. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Good day, sir!